How's it going? I'm Ryan, and today I'm going to go over the two trades I took on SPY. The first being a small loser, and the second being a re-entry of the first trade that actually ended up being a nice green trade. So overall positive on the day. But before we get into that, I'm on the daily time frame here looking at SPY. We've been stuck in this range for the past week or so, right around 456.4 and 453.8 or so. You can see just been closing within that range. Today we had a pretty big break out of that range and even tested the 52-week high at 459.5 or so. We'll take a look at the hourly here. Look at some of the levels I was watching that came into play today. So 456.4, 455.6, and I guess we never really got that low. We have the pre-market low. Wednesday's high around 458.16, and yeah, the 52-week high right there. So kind of the range that we've been in, and then some levels off of 52-week high and then recent highs. Right when we opened, we held kind of the upper band of that range, as well as the pre-market low, coming down and finding those long wicks down there before reversing. Rallied all the way up, broke above the high of yesterday, and tested this 457.17 level. We rejected from there. I debated getting in on a retest of the broken high from yesterday. I felt that we were still pretty strong on the day, so I hesitated. From there, we did get a really nice rejection down. So missed that one. Yeah, we were getting some long wicks, but we had a big green. You know, I guess there was some news at that time that came out. So I did not trade any of that, but that was an area I was watching and just kind of hesitated and didn't get in. The trade that I did get in was the retest of this upper range. And the first entry that I had was a little premature. So what I was looking at was the 2-minute. And we had found some support and some demand down here. We'd found some buyers that had pushed us higher in the morning. So as we came down and I saw us hold on these two candles here, we had pretty increased volume from the relative candles around it. We had these bottom wicks. I entered on this candle after we printed this candle on the 2 minutes. So I entered on this candle right here. I got stopped out on this candle, and that is because I had a pretty tight stop. And just looking at how we traded today, I should have kept in mind that we had, you know, a possibility of coming down into this range and finding support, which we did here. So this stopped me out, but coincidentally, as soon as this closed and I saw that reaction, that long wick down, close green on a nice hammer candle, that gave me the confirmation I needed on that high volume that we were going to get a reversal, kind of as I thought we might right here. So got in a little early on the first trade, but re-entered here for the second. My stop was down here if we had broken below this wick. So a decent stop, and I took two positions here for 456 calls. I trimmed the first once we hit 456. That might have been a little premature, but I saw the consolidation that we had in here earlier, and it's a whole number. So once that hit in the money, I took profit on one. My final target was 456.3, which was pretty close to the top of that wick, maybe a cent off, and that was just because of the price action that we had in here. Once we had broken, that was the area that we had rejected off of. So close to this level that I had and a previous rejection in that area, that was my final target. So I trimmed my second once we hit that. So that trade was a little bit nice. Wish I had just waited, you know, but I hesitated up here when I was watching these long wicks closing below yesterday's high, and yeah, I was considering entering, and I hesitated, and we had this nice move. So I think I was thinking to not hesitate, and I entered a little prematurely here. But I am happy that I stuck with my original idea, that we would get a bounce, you know, a quick reversal out of here, and, you know, re-entered with a better plan, and it worked out. So trade was there. I just didn't execute very well, or maybe I lacked some patience on the first go around, but the second try worked, and kept my loser pretty small and my winner more than made up for it. So pretty happy with how I ended the week. I think I needed that. I've been hesitating a little bit on some trades, and just feel like, the trades are there. My levels are working. I'm reading the price action pretty well, but just not executing, and therefore missing out on a lot of potential. But with that being said, that's all I have for you. I appreciate you watching. I do trade Monday through Friday. So come by next week. I'll be live Monday. That's all I have. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Peace.